Hi models, welcome back to a brand new Grow a Garden video. In our last Grow a Garden video, I built this really cute aesthetic house, and today we're gonna be building another one. We just recently got a brand new update and it came with this flower right here. So this right here is a sun coil, and as soon as it grew in, I thought it would be perfect to build a cute little fairy house on top of it. So that is what I'm gonna be trying to do today. I feel like this is gonna be really fun, so let's see how this goes. First thing, of course, is to move the flower into place, so I kind of want it a little bit centered, you know, like maybe something like this. I'll move it a little bit forward right there. Now that that has been placed down, I want to start actually building the house. So for this, I'm going to start off by just grabbing a haystack. I'm going to place a couple of these down because these are what we're going to use to align everything. I just basically need to get a flat base on this first. So let me also grab a bookshelf, and I'm actually going to grab two of them. I'm going to place the bookshelf right here, and that's what we can use to kind of align the house a little bit. So I'm going to move this into the middle of the plant as best as I can, like there. And then I'm going to grab one of these. So I'm trying to fit that kind of on top of the bookshelf. It's a bit tricky, but you want to get it somewhere around there. So now that we have that one placed, I just have to place one more, which means I'm just gonna have to kind of move my bookshelf into here a little bit and make sure the bookshelves are on the same height. And then you can just grab one more of these and try to kind of shimmy it in there. And this one is actually going on top of that last one, and I'm gonna try and get it right in the middle of this flower. That looks pretty centered. So now you can remove that, and you have this little centered platform in the middle of your flower, and it connects up with the base perfectly. I'm just gonna go ahead and rotate that maybe. So now that we have that placed, I want to start actually placing the rest of these items. Grabbing a hay bale right here and kind of just aligning it with the side of this, somewhere around there. I'm gonna try and use these vine rings, and these are gonna be a little bit tricky. What I'm gonna do is actually place these down before I do that. Okay, so let's place this platform down again. And I'm gonna try and align this guy with the center of the flower using the platform. I think right there is pretty good. And then I wanna place another one of these as well. There we go. So that looks like it's lined up pretty good. Now what I'm gonna do is just rotate these so they cross over each other a little bit, like that. I basically just want enough room for there to be a nice entrance. I think that looks really cute. Now I can drag one of these large floorings into place, right about there. I'm gonna remove this lower one too, and that is what our little platform is looking like now. I'm gonna just remove that bookshelf. There we go, looks so cute. Now we need to start working on the roof of this, and it's a nighttime event. I'm gonna place another bookshelf on top, just like this, and then use these hay bales on top of that. I'm pretty much just using these to define the height that this is going to be at. So I'm stacking these on top just like this, and that way we can put the roof right on top of there. Now the roof is actually going to be a little bit tricky for this. You're just kind of going to have to watch, so please bear with me. But I'm going to place the hay bale kind of like that. So we have one hay bale right here. I'm going to put one right next to it, right there. And I'm just going to kind of rotate it so that it's a long ways. And we can place another one on this side. Now on the corners of these hay bales is where I'm actually going to go ahead and place my roof. You're just gonna have to watch me for this. So I'm starting with one of these pieces right here and then just rotating that. And then we're doing another one on the other side, exactly the same position. Actually, maybe I can use these large ones instead. Yeah, I feel like those are gonna look a little bit better. That one right here, and kind of just cover that up nicely. And I'm kind of just gonna rotate it like this. There we go. And then let's just stack these hay bales on top of each other. I'm just gonna try and align these smaller roof pieces. So we're gonna use this one the long way. Now I'm just gonna grab any big tree right here. So I'm gonna build this high fruit, and that's just gonna go right into the middle of this. And I'm just gonna try and align it in a way that looks pretty. Something like this looks really good to me. Now I do wanna put a little roof on this, so let me show you how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start with a hay bale, and then on top of the hay bale, I'm probably just gonna put one of these longer pieces, like so. And then we're just gonna kind of rotate that way to build a little roof. Let's use two of these smaller pieces for the roof. I'm gonna put one right there and one right there. And then both of these are just gonna get rotated. Obviously, we wanna add some more detail to the roof, and I will show you how to do that. I wanna kind of connect it on all the sides, so I'm gonna bring this outwards, just like that. And then once again, just kind of move that into place so that it lines up however you want it to. Now I'm just gonna remove this bookshelf right here. I'm gonna leave that hay bale and that brick just for now. Now we just use the trowel to bring this right back into where it was and cover everything up nicely. Next up, I'm gonna start using some of these log benches, and I'm gonna use these as like little pillar supports. I'm gonna grab a bookshelf and just put it right here. I'm going to stick these on top of the bookshelf like so, exactly like that. Now let's put a well right in the middle and rotate it. And this is what I'm gonna use to finish the roof off here. I'm gonna grab 2 more of these tiny ones, and I'm gonna do something similar to how I did it at the entrance of my house. I'm gonna grab 2 more of these, and I'm gonna do something like this. There we go, perfectly aligned. And then you just remove this, and look at how cute that is. Grab this lantern right here and just stick it right on here, just like that. Perfect, look at how cute. Last thing we need is just a little lantern or something to cover up this little space here. So I'm just gonna grab one of these guys and pop it right here. Perfect. Now you can build a second little platform if you want, and that is what I'm gonna do. First, let me get rid of this little brick piece in here. There's a brick and hay bale up there still left over, but we can get rid of that as soon as we make a little staircase up. Once again, I'm grabbing the bookcase and I'm putting it right here where I want the steps to align. And I'm just gonna place one of these smaller ones right here. Like so. So it's a little step coming down, and then we just move this a little bit and we can add another one right under there. You see, it's like a little staircase. I'm gonna curve it to the side just slightly though, because I kind of want the staircase to curve down. And I'm also gonna curve that one down a little bit. Now this part is where it gets a little bit tricky, but I just want to stack a bunch of these bricks, and this is what I'm going to use to define the height of the next ones. So you see, it's just a little bit lower than the bookshelf now, which is exactly what I want. I'm going to try and get it kind of under this one. And with these aligned, now I can place down another one of these. Actually, we can do even one lower. And you see how that's just coming down a little bit more. This time I'm only gonna stack 3. So this time I'm stacking 2 instead of the 3. The hardest part about this is honestly figuring out the placement. But once you do that, it comes together pretty easy. And just place down one last one somewhere around here. Just like that. And that way we can get up to our cute little tree house. And now that we can actually get up here, let me remove this brick stack. This is so adorable. Oh, our kitty likes it too. So for the staircase, I'm gonna start off with one of these, and then I'm just kind of gonna align it as best as I can. Okay, and that creates a little step. So for the treehouse, I want you to be able to climb up here onto the treehouse. I'm just gonna grab a few of these little pegs right here, and we'll start building a little ladder. These are pretty easy. You just kind of place it and then you rotate, and you should just be able to climb right up here pretty easily. But I am gonna place one more just right here at the very top. It's this bookshelf now, and I'm gonna place a bookshelf right here. So I wanna add one of these stone thingies and remove that. I'm also gonna grab one of these arbors, and I'm placing it right there. Placing it in the middle almost so that it mimics like a little window or something. Around the back here, I need something to kind of protect us over here as well. And for that, I'm just gonna place one of these benches and then place another one. And we have a cute little fence. I also wanna place one of these railings if I can. I'm gonna place one of these pillars, I think, and maybe we can use this as like the way up. All I'm basically doing is just moving these brick pieces into place, and I can pretty much just rotate them. That's pretty much our little staircase upwards into our treehouse. I do want to give it some support though, so I'm going to give it 2 little support beams, and I'm basically just going to use these log pieces for that. So now that this main staircase part is done, all I want to do is put together some plants so that it can look a little bit prettier. So I'm going to use this trowel right here and just move a bunch of these plants over here. Start off with maybe this honeysuckle and put it right here. I have a really cute pink lily that I can also use. I think I'll put that right here. And we'll use a little cleaning spray on it. I have this bamboo as well. And put that right there. I have this cocoa vine as well, actually. That could be so cute. This mushroom is cuter, so I'm replacing it. I'm gonna put that one right there. With that cacao tree there too. And there we go. I think now we have a pretty cute treehouse. I think this turned out so cute. You can come up here, you have a nice little view of the other gardens. And I just love this little pathway that we built as well. It was a little bit challenging, but I think we put it together. And it looks so cute right on the opposite side of my adorable house, which I'm still super obsessed with. What do you guys think of my brand new treehouse? Make sure to let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That way you never miss a single video from me. If you want more grow a garden building videos, I did do one where I built that adorable house in the background, so make sure you go check that out as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, models.